There comes a moment in every woman's journey, often subtle, rarely announced, when the reflection in the mirror no longer echoes the woman she feels inside. She catches a glimpse while brushing her hair or sees a photo taken in good light and thinks, is that really me? Not because she looks bad, but because something feels off. The smile is there. The eyes still shine, but the frame, the hair, feels like it belongs to another time, too harsh, too tired, too expected, not wrong, just unchanged. While everything else has bloomed, her wisdom has deepened, her laugh lines have stories, her strength has roots, but her hairstyle still clings to decades past. And it's not her fault, because for years, style was about maintenance, not meaning, function over flair, routine over reflection. But now she wants something different, not to look younger, but to look truer. Because beauty after 60 isn't about recapturing youth, it's about embracing essence. And the right hairstyle can be a mirror that reflects who she is becoming, not just who she was. Yet many women hold on to styles that no longer serve. The bob from 1995, the black dye from her 30s, the crop that saved time, once practical, now predictable, and that predictability whispers something she never intended. Invisibility, but not anymore. This is the chapter where change becomes power, not for anyone else's gaze, but for her own sense of presence. Because hair is not just hair, it's frame, it's movement, it's mood. It can lift, it can soften, it can say, I still care, I still shine, I still choose. And that choice starts with a simple question. Does my hair reflect the woman I am today? If the answer is no, then let this be the moment to begin again, not with fear, but with curiosity, not with a drastic makeover, but with gentle reinvention. Because this journey isn't about trends, it's about truth. And every strand that falls, every layer that shifts, is a declaration, not of age, but of alignment. So if you've ever looked in the mirror and felt a disconnect between your spirit and your style, you are not alone, and you are not too late. This is your moment to match the outside with the woman you've been growing into all along. She wore it because it worked. The classic bob, clean, familiar, reliable. It framed her face in college, at her first job, even when her children were young. It was precise, a chin-length curve that tucked in just so, no surprises, no fuss, just trim, set, spray, repeat. But decades passed and something shifted, not just in her but in the way. The bob sat on her now. It once felt crisp. Now it feels stiff. It once gave structure. Now it casts shadows. Where it used to flatter, it now seems to emphasize, the jawline softening, the neck she's grown shy of. The bob didn't change, but she did. Her face, now more sculpted by time, wants softness, not sharp lines. Her spirit, more adventurous than ever, longs for movement, not rigidity. And still she clings to that bob, not because she loves it, but because it's safe. Because change feels daunting when the world already whispers that you've changed enough. But what if, just what if, this isn't about losing the bob, but about letting it evolve? Because the bob itself is not the villain. It's the version that never grew with her, that holds her back. The helmet shape, the blunt edge, the undercurved ends, all speak of a past she no longer lives in. So here's the invitation. Add layers, not wild ones, but soft interior movement that catches the breeze and says, I'm still becoming. Soften the edges. Ask for a perimeter that grazes, not slices. Let it feather, let it dance. Frame the face. Let those cheekbones rise with light layers that lift the eye instead of drawing it down. Consider a slight asymmetry, a gentle angle forward that brings life without screaming for attention. This isn't about erasing time, it's about honoring it, with a cut that knows who you are and moves like you do, with grace, with rhythm, with freedom. And the best part? These modern bobs don't ask for effort. They style themselves with a bit of cream, a quick finger tousle, and a smile. They look like you. Now, not 20 years ago, not before you knew what strength really meant. So if your bob feels more like a memory than a mirror, it might be time to let it breathe again. Not to say goodbye, but to say, it's time you grew with me. It starts with a whisper, a single silver thread that peeks out at the crown one morning in your 40s. You pluck it, then cover it, then promise yourself you'll never let the gray win, so you color again and again, 4 weeks, then 3, then every 2, until the appointments blur and the roots become a clock, always ticking. But here's the truth. No one wants to say that rich, dark shade, the one you've worn since your 30s, is no longer whispering youth. It's shouting contrast. Your skin has softened, lost a little melanin, gained more wisdom, and that harsh black or chocolate brown now casts shadows where you crave light. It draws a line across your forehead, points to every crease, deepens the shadows under your eyes. Not because you're aging, but because your hair forgot to evolve. And yet, you cling to it because you fear letting go of the dark means letting go of yourself. But what if it's the opposite? What if the darkness is what's hiding you? Color should frame you, not fight you. A soft chestnut, a warm caramel, a multi-tonal honey. These are not signs of surrender. They are invitations. Back to harmony. Highlights don't have to scream. They can whisper. Cascading light that catches the cheekbones, that warms the eyes, that blends the grays instead of battling them. Think dimension, not denial. Balayage, soft lowlights, tonal melting. These aren't just trends, they are tools of gentle transition. They say, I see who I am becoming, and I like her. There's also grace in embracing the silver, not abruptly, not all at once, but with a plan, with intentionality. A great colorist can map your path from flat, opaque dye to luminous, natural gray, with soft steps, not stark shifts. And when done well, your hair glows, reflects light instead of absorbing it. Your skin looks brighter, your eyes clearer, your smile warmer, because the contrast is gone, and in its place is coherence. You didn't lose yourself when you let go of the dark. You found a truer reflection. So if your mirror feels like a stranger, it may not be your age. It may be the color that no longer fits the masterpiece you've become. Let the darkness go. Not all of it. Just enough to let the light back in. There comes a moment in every woman's journey where ease becomes tempting and simplicity whispers louder than style. So you cut it all off, short, uniform, effortless. You say, I don't have time to fuss, or it's just easier this way. And for a while it is. But then a photo catches you off guard. You see yourself, hair stiff, too round, curls like a helmet that doesn't move or speak your language. That's not you, not the vibrant woman inside. Not the one with stories, with humor, with passion still blooming in her eyes. This is the danger of the ultra-short uniform cut, a relic from decades past, once popular in nursing homes and retirement centers, where individuality was quietly trimmed away for the sake of routine. It's not the shortness that's the problem. It's the sameness, the lack of shape, the absence of intention. Hair, when this short and this round, can harden the face, make features sharper, more severe. It leaves no softness, no motion, no room for light to play along the edges, and texture, so often forced into tight curls with old-school perms, strips away any chance for natural grace. It doesn't move, it doesn't breathe, it doesn't express. But here's the beautiful truth. Short hair can be stunning. Short hair can be stylish. Short hair can say, I'm free, without saying, I've given up. A modern pixie is not a resignation, it's a revelation. It can be longer on top with soft volume that moves with the breeze, tapered at the neck to elongate, framed near the cheekbones to lift and open the face, with just a touch of texture, a sweep of mousse, a light finger styling moment. You step into your day, effortless but elevated. The difference is not in the length, it's in the intention, it's in the customization to your features, your hair type, your essence. A skilled stylist doesn't cut for convenience, they sculpt for confidence. And when you wear a modern short style that flows with your life, that honors your face as it is now, you don't look older. You look seen. So if your shortcut feels like a uniform, like something you put on but never feel fully in, it's time. Time for a trim that doesn't take away but gives you back your presence, your personality, your power. Because at any age, hair should speak for you, not just of practicality, but of pride. You found the style. It flatters. It feels like you. It reflects the woman you are today. But what now? Because beauty, true lasting beauty, doesn't come from high maintenance routines or endless appointments. It comes from harmony, from working with your hair, not against it. Let's begin with your tools. Put down that stiff plastic brush with the harsh ends and reach for something kinder. A boar bristle brush or a natural fiber blend distributes your scalp's oils gently, softly, giving your hair a healthy sheen without snapping the strands you've nurtured for decades. Brush from the ends, not the root. Let your hair unravel slowly, with care, like the way you speak to yourself now, more gently than ever before. Now, products. This isn't your 40s. You don't need a cabinet full of sprays, serums, gels. Your hair is finer now, more delicate, more deserving of lightness. Choose products labeled for volume, for thin or aging hair. Check the ingredients. Avoid silicones that linger, dimethicone, cyclopentasiloxane. They coat the hair, make it heavy, dull, and tired. Use less than you think. A dime-sized amount can speak volumes when applied with intention. Heat styling. Lower the temperature. Your strands don't need a scorch to shine. Keep the dryer 6 inches away, always moving, never still. And better yet, air dry till 80%. Then finish with a breeze, not a blaze. Your hair isn't a project, it's a reflection. Honor it. As for color, let's talk rhythm. If you're blending grays, highlights and lowlights can stretch your time between touch-ups from 4 weeks to 10. Less time in the chair, more time in the world. And your cut, every 6 to 8 weeks, keeps the shape fresh, not rigid, but refined. Ask your stylist these 5 questions. At your next visit, what shape gives me the most lift with my current texture? How can we style this in under 5 minutes? What's the lowest maintenance color that still flatters? Time is precious, energy is sacred, and if a hairstyle demands more than you're willing to give, it's not elegance, it's exhaustion. After 60, you've earned ease, you've earned beauty that doesn't ask for struggle. So let's talk about hair that works for you, hair that holds its shape without fuss, hair that moves with grace and not against the grain, hair that says, "This is who I am now, and she is stunning." Low maintenance does not mean low style. It means smart. It means intentional. It means you walk out the door looking put together in less than 10 minutes. And that's a power move. Let's begin with cuts that keep their charm. The modern pixie, not boyish but bold, textured on top, soft around the face. It grows in beautifully and doesn't demand a stylist. Every 2 weeks, or the layered bob, the kind that's feathered just enough to fall into place as it dries. You can air dry, finger style, shake and go. It's that easy. For medium-length lovers, try a long layered lob with a natural wave. Add a touch of mousse, Let it air dry and you're ready. These aren't lazy looks, they're liberated ones. Now color. If you still dye, consider balayage or soft highlights that blend with your natural hue. They grow in gracefully, so you're not shackled to touch-ups every few weeks. And if you're going gray, even better, silver strands. Frame the face with light and dignity. They don't need to be hidden. They need to be embraced with the right cut that says, this is no accident. This is art. Let's talk styling. The most beautiful styles aren't sculpted, they're sculptural. They shape themselves with air, with time, with texture. A lightweight styling cream, a wide tooth comb, and a kind hand. That's your toolkit. Your look should evolve with your life. And your life now is not about mirrors or minutes wasted, trying to force something that doesn't belong. Elegance now is effortless. There comes a moment in every woman's life when she stops smoothing, flattening, taming, and starts listening to the way her hair wants to grow. That moment is powerful because texture is not a flaw. It's a fingerprint. It's a memory etched in every strand of sunlit summers, of humid mornings, of wisdom rising from the roots. For too long, we've been told that smooth is better, that straight is neater, that curls are wild and waves are lazy, but after 60 you realize there's nothing more elegant than authenticity. Your natural texture is not a challenge. It's a canvas. And when you stop fighting it, something beautiful begins. Let your curls bloom. Let your waves wander. Let the volume speak where you once silenced it. This isn't about giving up. It's about giving in to softness, to lightness, to who you are now. Because the truth is, your hair is changing and you deserve to change with it. Maybe it's thinner. Maybe it's drier. Maybe it no longer holds a style the way it once did. That's not failure, that's evolution. So shift with it, move with it, honor it. Start with a cut that flatters your texture, not fights it. For waves, try a layered lob that lets the body bounce and fall naturally. For curls, go for a curly shag or rounded layers that let each coil find its rhythm. For straight, fine hair, consider wispy ends or light feathering that creates softness without trying to force volume where there is none. Let go of the heavy tools, the straighteners, the high-heat blow dryers, the creams that weigh you down. Embrace lightweight mousses, curl creams, leave-in conditioners that define, not disguise. Use a diffuser or let it air dry. Finger comb, don't fight. And remember, the right cut makes styling nearly effortless. Stylists agree. When texture is embraced rather than hidden, women appear not just younger but more radiant, because there's a glow that comes from self-acceptance. There's a quiet alchemy in the right hair color. It doesn't scream. It doesn't beg to be noticed. It simply lifts your face, brightens your eyes, and makes you feel like yourself, but lighter. Over time, our skin softens. Its undertones shift. Warmth fades from the cheeks. Coolness settles in, and hair, if left too dark, too flat, too uniform, begins to create contrast that feels harsh instead of harmonious. Maybe once that deep espresso brown was your signature, maybe jet black made your eyes pop at 35, but now that same rich color can cast shadows under your eyes, emphasize texture you'd rather soften, and create lines that weren't there yesterday. It's not that dark is wrong, it's that softness is more powerful now. When you add dimension, a honey lowlight here, a soft chestnut glaze there, something shifts. The whole face comes into balance. The skin glows, the hair reflects light, and you look well rested without even trying. This isn't about trends. It's not about going blonde or chasing youth. It's about finding your harmony. Maybe that means a warm taupe instead of flat brown, or silvery ash instead of brassy gold, or embracing your natural silver and adding lowlights to make it shimmer instead of feel flat. Color is emotion, it's memory, it's identity, and the best colors feel like home when you wear them. Here's the secret. Hair color should never be the first thing people see. It should support your features, not compete with them. It should enhance your eyes, warm your complexion, and whisper elegance, not shout color job. Consult a colorist who understands that beauty after 60 isn't about transformation. It's about illumination. Ask for tones that move, highlights that reflect, and a plan that grows gracefully between visits. And if you're considering letting the gray in, do it intentionally. Silver blending, balayage transitions, or soft ash overlays can make the shift feel empowering instead of exposing. There comes a moment in every woman's journey when ease becomes more important than trends, not laziness, not surrender, but the desire for simplicity that still reflects beauty, the longing for a cut that moves with you, not against you. And that, my friend, is where the confidence cut comes in. This isn't about chopping it all off. It's not about reinvention through scissors alone. It's about design, intention, and allowing your hair to tell the truth about the woman you've become. The confidence cut knows your mornings matter. It's sculpted to require little styling, minimal heat, and almost no guesswork. You wake up, ruffle your fingers through it, and somehow it just falls into place. Because it was made for your texture, your part, your pace. It lifts the cheekbones without drawing lines. It softens the jaw without hiding it. It lets you wear earrings again, those pearl studs or sculpted hoops, because your neck isn't buried anymore. It's framed. And there's nothing wrong with keeping length if that feels right. Long layers that move like whispers can still feel fresh, so long as they're shaped to bring light to your eyes and balance to your shoulders. But what we're leaving behind are those heavy, one-length styles that sag instead of swing, those rigid shapes that require curling irons to come alive. The confidence cut moves with the breeze. It grows out gracefully. It looks intentional, even on the laziest day. And it's never one size fits all. For one woman, it's a softly angled bob with a tucked under edge and airy ends. For another, it's a feathered pixie that hugs the head like poetry. And sometimes it's simply a better version of the cut you already have. Updated, eased, refined. Here's what makes it work. A stylist who listens, a shape that lifts, and texture that allows your hair to breathe. This cut doesn't need endless product. It doesn't ask you to chase a trend. It stands on its own. Your hair isn't just something you fix, it's something you care for, something you listen to as it changes with time, with hormones, with seasons of life, and when you begin to see it not as a problem, but as a partner, everything shifts because hair is emotional. It holds stories. It reflects our mood, our rhythm, our restlessness, and the daily rituals you create around it can be small yet sacred. Start with touch, not judgment, not control, but curiosity. Run your fingers through your roots in the morning, not to critique, but to say, I'm here, and I see you. Use a brush that's gentle, boar bristles, or a wide-tooth comb. No tugging, no pulling. Your strands deserve respect. Then comes the cleanse, not daily, not unless needed. 2 to 3 times a week is often enough for mature hair. Choose shampoos that are sulfate-free, that cleanse without stripping. And always, always follow with conditioner. Focus it on your ends, where wisdom lives. Once a week, give your hair a drink, a deep hydration mask. Left on, while you sip tea, fold laundry, or rest your eyes. For 10 still minutes. Let that moment be about more than moisture. Let it be about slowing down. When you dry, Go gently. Let it air dry 80% before the blow dryer comes out. And always, always use a heat protectant. This is not vanity. This is care. And when you style, keep it light. A touch of mousse or texturizing spray. No crunchy gels, no stiff sprays. Just movement, just life. If you color, space out your visits. Talk to your stylist about blending, about softness, about grace. Your gray is not a flaw, it's a shimmer. And whether you blend it, embrace it, or balance it, let the choice be yours. Organize your tools. Keep your favorite combs where you can find them. Clear out the products you no longer use. Make space for a simpler ritual. And most of all, look in the mirror, every now and then, and smile. Not at perfection, but at presence. There comes a moment when you stop chasing who you used to be and start honoring who you are now. This, my friend, is where true beauty lives. It's not in hiding every gray strand. It's not in clinging to a hairstyle you've worn for 20 years because it once felt safe. It's not in battling every fine line or every change that comes with time. It's in acceptance, in confidence, in choosing to work with what life has given you, not against it. Hair, like life, thrives when it's cared for, when you give it what it needs: moisture, softness, a trim when it's time, and when you stop for just one quiet moment to really look at your reflection, to see the woman staring back, not with criticism, but with compassion. Something extraordinary happens. You see her, the real her, the strong, radiant, beautiful soul who has lived decades of life and still glows. Because the truth is, youth isn't the goal, vibrancy is, and vibrancy has no age limit. It's in the way you carry yourself, and in the way your eyes light up when you talk about things you love. It's in the softness of your silver strands, shining under the sun like threads of wisdom. It's in the freedom of not trying so hard anymore, but instead choosing with intention, choosing the haircut that frames your face just right, choosing the hair color that makes your skin glow, choosing the accessories and the little touches that make you feel like you. So as you walk into the next chapter of your life, let your hair be part of the story you want to tell. Not a story of hiding, but of shining. Not a story of fear, but of freedom. Because every strand holds a memory, and every style is a statement. So ask yourself, what story do I want to tell today? Is it one of softness, of waves that move with the wind? Is it one of boldness, of a modern cut that speaks of confidence? Or is it one of grace, of natural silver worn like a crown? Whatever it is, own it, love it, live it. And remember this: the woman you see in the mirror is not fading. She is evolving, becoming more than she ever was. Thank you for spending this time with me. If this touched your heart or gave you even one idea that made you smile, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Leave a comment, share your story, and let's inspire each other to wear our beauty with pride. Because you, exactly as you are timeless, are powerful, are unforgettable.